Yo, yo, yo! What's up, guys? It's your boy Norman, aka Mr. I'm Your Friend If You Need One. And I'm back with another video, man. I'm back with another banger. You know what I'm saying? And today's topic that I want to talk about is something that in the most recent years has become a topic for men. But what if I tell you that I knew this was a thing back before it became a thing? Unknowingly, knowingly. Because this is now just becoming a thing within the last few years on the internet. And every man at some point has tapped into this thing. And that thing that I'm talking about is semen retention. Right? This just became a thing within these last few years. You know what I'm saying? But what if I told y'all that I knew this was a thing back before it was a thing? You know what I'm saying? Back when I was in middle school. I want to say this was like 07, 08, 09. You know what I'm saying? I unknowingly knew this was a thing. And I'm going to tell y'all how I unknowingly knew this was a thing. And now that I'm a grown man and this is something that's pushed to the forefront in the manosphere, you know what I'm saying? It makes so much sense. And I'm going to tell y'all my story on how I found semen retention when I was just a wee little lad. Now, like most young men, I started masturbating in middle school. Like most of us, on the computer one time, you know what I'm saying? You see a little ad or you see a little something. You curious, you know what I'm saying, at that age. You curious, but sometimes curiosity kills the cat, which is why now semen retention is a thing. And there's a lot of men trying to run away from that because now we see the negative effects of what masturbating can do for a man and the benefits of holding your seed. You know what I'm saying? But I knew this when I was a jit, and I'm going to tell y'all how. So like I said, I started masturbating when I was in middle school, whatever the case may be, habitually. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm young, I'm on go, I got all this energy as a kid. It was like finding gold. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all brothers know exactly what I mean. When you found out how to masturbate, you felt like you hit the lottery at 10, 11, 12 years old and so forth. Because we still doing this act as grown men. Some of us, you know what I'm saying? We still doing this act. And so I remember I started masturbating. Like I said, I was probably about 6th or 7th grade or whatever the case may be. And the way that I found out that semen retention was a thing, even back then, was there was this girl I had a crush on in middle school, right? And so, okay, I got to tell y'all the story on how this entered my mind. I remember I used to be masturbating or whatever the case may be. And if you're from South Florida, there's a place called Main Street. Main Street was the thing back then for like the elementary school kids, the middle school kids, the high school kids. You go there, hang out with your friend, your little girlfriend, watch a movie, hang out with your posse, your crew, whatever. It was like kid haven. And I remember there was this restaurant called Johnny Rockets, and the girl that I had a little crush on, she was in there with her friends, and I'm in there with my friends. So I go in there and I chop it up with her or whatever, but she kind of like being standoffish towards me. You know what I'm saying? She kind of like being standoffish towards me. And out of nowhere in my mind, I don't know how the thought occurred in my mind, like, is she being standoffish towards me because I masturbated? Because I had did the act before I went out there that night. You know what I'm saying? I had did the act before I went out there that night. And I'm trying to talk to her, and she giving me like this cold, this cold little attitude, whatever the case may be. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not really getting the attention from her that I want. So that thought occurred in my mind. I'm like, damn, like, does she know I masturbated something? Does she know that I did that or something? And I can't tell you why that thought came into my mind. At 12 years old, mind you, this wasn't a thing on the internet yet. The internet was still trying to figure its way out in like them 2000s. It wasn't as much information on the internet then as it is now. And y'all know that. I feel like you got to be a very tapped in individual to just understand what I'm trying to say. So I tested the theory. I stopped masturbating for like 3 weeks. 3 weeks. The attention that I wanted from her, and not just from her, a lot of the little girls in my class was there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the little girls, the attention that I wanted from her, it was not just from her, not just from the other little girls, but people treated me differently. They talked to me differently. They wanted to be around me more. I didn't feel disgusting, right? Keep in mind, I'm a kid. I'm a kid. I'm telling y'all, this had to be like 07, 08, 09. And y'all know semen retention was not a thing then, as it is now. This is something that just came about within the last few years. And so I had been practicing this since I was like 12, 13, whenever I wanted something. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I wanted something, whenever I wanted certain attention from a certain girl, I'm not going to masturbate. I'm not going to do the act. And the longer I went without doing it, the higher that vibration came. The more popular I even was in school, the more people noticed me, the more people would talk to me. I don't think y'all understand me right now. Like, you got to be tapped in. And mind you, I'm 29 now. And I thought about this the other day, which is why I'm making this video. Because it's like, damn, intuition and all of that is a real thing. And we got to start listening to that more. You know what I'm saying? I was a little boy. And this was just a theory in my head, and I would act on it. And now it's a whole community, and a whole community of videos, people who base their life just around that topic alone, when I've been tapped into this as a kid. I think that is crazy, man. I think that is crazy, man. But yeah, I just wanted to share that little story time with y'all, man. And give y'all my story on how I knew what semen retention was before it was a thing. How I knew what semen retention was unknowingly but knowingly when I was a kid, and how I tapped into it, and how now seeing that it's a thing just confirmed to me that this is a real superpower for men. It's real. It worked for me as a kid, so imagine how it'll work for us as grown men when we know ourselves more, we know our power more, we know what direction we want to go in now more so than ever. Because when you a kid, you don't really know what you want to do. You don't really know what life goes, you know what I'm saying, in you up. But it's for the fellas, man, who's like, you know, in their 20s now trying to figure it out. I tapped into it when I was a kid, man. I just think it's cool. I think it's awesome. And I just wanted to share this story with y'all, man. And I just want to engage more on this channel. But that concludes this video, man. I hope to whomever sees this video, you enjoy it. You share it with your friends. You like, comment, subscribe. Once again, I am Norman, a.k.a. Mr. Your Friend If You Need One. And I'm going to hit y'all with a yo. Y'all have a blessed one.